Well, here are Marty and Elayne, jazz greats Marty and Elayne, and an album they've just brought into the station. I don't know if you heard them.
The dressing room is packed with a young, hip crowd. Marty and Elayne have finally made it in L.A.
L.A., I love to be in L.A.
Oh, it was a very good year.
They met sharing a common dream.
We want to be jazz musicians to get on jazz radio.
be accepted by our peers, and have our own music being played on a jazz station.
But there was a baby and bills to pay, so they started a lounge act and came to the Dresden. That was 15 years ago. They've been here ever since.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire.
Theirs is a life lived at night. They sleep until about 5 p.m., practice, and then it's back to the club.
We just have fun doing what
We love music.
L.A. is a city where nothing seems to last, but Marty and Elayne have, and in so doing, they've become an institution.
Muskrat, muskrat.
They have a CD now, a music video. They've even been on jazz radio.
Where all my dreams came true.
Anderson Cooper, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Marty and Elayne of LA's ultra-chic Dresden Room. And for the past 20 years, Hollywood has been flocking to see them at the Dresden Room. They count Diane Keaton, Johnny Depp, Julia Roberts, Nicolas Cage, Matt Dillon, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Leonardo DiCaprio as fans. They have a repertoire of literally hundreds of songs.
The best used to be nerdy, but now it's cool. Retro True. Marty and Elayne Roberts have been playing LA's Dresden Room for 14 years, but lately they've been playing to packed houses.
The dressing room is packed with a young, hip crowd. Marty and Elayne have finally made it in L.A. by the Dresden's dynamic duo, Marty and Elayne.
Marty and Elayne, jazz greats featuring Red Calendar. Nilesology on KKGO-FM.
This is America's Jazz Station, 88.1 KLON. It's day 10 of Women's History Month. We have another one of the great women in jazz here in the studio with us, and her name is Elayne Roberts. And Elayne, I want to say hello, and I also want to say I'm not intending to slight your husband in any way, shape, or form, because he also happens to be one of the great men in jazz. But, I'm sorry, Marty, but that's secondary.
Quite all right.
Secondary to today's theme of women in jazz. Marty and Elayne Roberts, both in the studio with us.
Our famous lounge act. Elayne and Marty.
Look out, Steve and Edie. Meet Marty and Elayne. The famous Marty and Elayne. Reporting live from Los Feliz, I'm Laurie Pike, Fox News.
And Elayne and Marty Roberts fill the house on the West Coast. Lately, their fame has soared in celebrity circles. Fan Tom Petty put them in one of his videos, and other stars stop by regularly to sing along with them.
Live, it's Showbiz Today, with an inside look at life as a lounge singer. All that and more on Showbiz Today.
Marty and Elayne Roberts, who are arguably the hottest lounge act in Los Angeles. And happily, we bring you the best in lounge acts to you right here as Marty and Elayne join us live this morning from the Dresden.
My fantasy is to follow in the footsteps of Ella, Billy, Marty, and Elayne.
I fell in love with their passion for music. Anyone who's ever heard them play can tell they've created their own musical language. They create a whole other world in this place. As soon as the door closes behind you, it's another zone, and you're in a whole other time zone, and it's cool, and you have to go with it. They've been playing at the Dresden for 34 years, every night showing up with a passion for what they're doing. That speaks volumes in terms of the type of artists they've become and the influences on the people who play with them. Their type of longevity is a blessing.
You said you met Frank Sinatra at one of your gigs?
We met him at the Gene Autry Hotel. He walked in, and I was about to sing I Wish You Love, and I went and played it. Because I saw him, and I just fell apart. And so for 3 weeks, I hated myself. And then he walked in, and he walked up to me, and the piano was a spinet. It was hardly bigger than this.
You stood where Drew is.
He folded his arms and looked at me and said, "Go ahead." With those blue eyes staring right into mine, and I sang better than I ever sang in my life before or again. My voice was ringing off the walls.
Wow.
And when I finished, he led the applause. He ran around the room making everybody clap, and he throw me a kiss. And then everybody said, you're a hero. He usually throws bands out. And so he was leaving, and I was walking out of the powder room, and I walked right into him, and I said, oh, thank you for throwing me a kiss. I'm a celebrity now. And he kissed me on the cheek and said, I don't fool around about music. He said, you earned it, believe me. He said, I never lie about music. It's too important.
Wow. That's serious stuff coming from Frank
Very
Sinatra.
serious.
No,
Speaking of...
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The vice president up there, Dinotri's nephew, asked me to do That's Life to Sinatra. I said, why are you crazy? You want to sing That's Life?
And he said to Frank, he has your voice.
Yeah, I said, you really made it easy for me, didn't you? I said, I get on the mic, I said, I got to bail out here, right? I said, oh, Mr. Steele, Mr. Sinatra, I hope you don't mind me singing this tune. You've done it, and a great job. And Mr. Steele asked me, and I made him the heavy. You know,
he said,
he
ordered me.
Right. Oh,
well, that was his fault.
He said, hope you don't mind. He said, go ahead, kid, you know.
Talk about pressure.
Well, but he was always nice with us.
And speaking of the comparisons to Frank Sinatra, what's your next song?
Don't follow me.
Well, let's go for it. Marty and Elayne, live on the special Frank.
Fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use something.
What Marty and Elayne do is very special because they bring great enthusiasm to their music. What I love most about them is they're live. What they do is spontaneous, it's in the moment, and it'll never happen again. They expose their audience to Porter, Coltrane, Ella, Fats Waller, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Sinatra, along with Gershwin. Because of their staying power, I think Marty and Elayne should be in the Guinness World Book of Records.
Once I get you up there, where the air is so rarefied, we gonna climb so starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so up.
Go on now, go.
Go on now, go.
Walk out the door.
Walk out the door.
Just turn around. 'Cause I don't want you anymore. Weren't you the one?
The one
who hurt me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd let out down the dark?
Here are Marty and Elayne, jazz greats Marty and Elayne, and an album they've just brought into the station. I don't know if you heard them here earlier a little bit with Del Cook this morning, but they left this album, and it is a tasty one. We're going to hear a composition composed and arranged by Elayne Roberts of Marty and Elayne for our good friend Chuck Niles, the great jazz DJ from uptown. And it features all kinds of great people. Jack Nimitz is on the date, and Med Flory of Super Sax. This is called Nilesology, Marty and Elayne, and the band featuring Red Callender on KLON.